Welcome back. The holidays are a time of redemption and renewal. For Flint Pastor Derrick Aldridge, it's also a time of reflection. He's kicked a drug addiction and is now helping others find a second chance. ABC 12's Iris Pérez joins us with an in-depth look at how he's helping others. Iris?
Angela, that's right. 5 years ago, Aldridge was voted out as leader of Foss Avenue Baptist Church and served time in jail for cocaine possession. But now a ministry of his own is growing. It's called Second Chance, and there, people in recovery and even active users looking for a way out are becoming victors over their addictions. Derrick Aldridge reflects on the cross he bears as a recovering drug addict.
I started using drugs probably when I was 16 years old. Cough syrup, acid, little heroin, tooting, snorting. Yes, I was smoking crack, yeah.
Aldridge was born into a Christian way of life as son of the late Reverend Avery Aldridge, a civil rights activist and leader of Foss Avenue Baptist Church.
I felt abandoned by my dad.
Why?
I just felt he wasn't there for me. He was busy with the church, and I had to again deal with the fact that I felt abandoned.
Avery Aldridge passed away in 2003. His wife Mildred died in 2005. With both his parents now truly absent, Derrick was overwhelmed. His grief triggering a 6-month battle with drugs as he tried to fill his father's shoes and maintain balance at home.
I got involved with a young lady from a church. I was having issues in my marriage. Okay, you wanted it real, I'm gonna keep it real. I was having issues with my marriage, okay? I met her one day and she brought some cocaine, and I tooted a line of it, and from that point on I was off and running again.
During that 6-month period, how often did you hit that pulpit and preach to your sheep?
When I was using drugs, every Sunday. Never, not any day during my addiction did I want to hurt the members of Foss Avenue or the community at all, not ever.
The pastor's relapse lasted until Friday the 13th of January 2006.
I was really out of it. I had been on a 2 or 3 day run, just getting high and struggling.
It was in Flint on Ballinger Highway where the pastor faced a crossroads.
I had fallen asleep at the wheel.
Pastor Aldridge was taken to Hurley Medical Center, where he was treated and arrested. Just months later, after charges of cocaine and improper gun possession, the congregation grew weary.
Yes, sir, on behalf of Foss Avenue Baptist Church, its parishioners, the deacon, the official board of deacons, we have no comment.
Right before I'd get up to preach, they would walk out. They stopped tithing or giving to the church.
Y'all want them out, we leaving. What is the problem? Y'all the ones got the audience.
For months, tensions and emotions ran high as parishioners went back and forth on whether Aldridge should continue as their leader. Before the majority vote and court ruling for the embattled pastor to step down was finalized, he resigned.
My position was to deal with it with the most integrity that I could. I had already done the worst damage, the worst possible thing that you could do to somebody that you're preaching to on a Sunday morning about a God and being right and doing right and living right, and here I am living a totally separate life. It was hurtful. It was hurtful to my family. It was hurtful to my children because people were viciously attacking my children, and your dad's a crackhead, and that hurt me the worst.
After rehab in Mississippi and before his jail sentence, 150 supporters gathered to pray with Aldridge and asked him to start a new ministry.
Young man that was in the congregation there said, let's name it Second Chance, and that's where it got the name from.
The boy's suggestion and the pastor's 3 months jail time marked the beginning of his recovery.
Jail was a healing point for me. It's like a reality that I'm not God, that I am human, that I'm very fragile, that I am subject to making mistakes.
It's here at the Old Stewart Elementary School where Aldridge now encourages his 300-member congregation to face the truth behind addictions of every kind. His focus, the young people, the majority of whom he says are struggling with drug addiction themselves.
Got quite a few of our members that are actively using, that I call, or they call me in the middle of the night now at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and say, Pastor, I'm out there, can you pray for me? Yeah, I can pray for you. Do I need to send somebody to come get you? Because I know what it's like to be out there and not have anybody.
A couple times I've called them just a mess, crying bad, miss my children, miss my girls.
On Sundays, you can find Marcella Sheridan volunteering at Second Chance Nursery. She's recovering from a crack cocaine addiction. As a mother who lost custody of her 3 children, she recalls her life before attending Second Chance.
I lived on the streets. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any respect, any self-worth. I didn't have anything.
Marcella meets with Aldridge on a regular basis, and with moral support from Second Chance, she now aspires to be a drug counselor.
It has allowed me to have hope that I'll get my children back, my baby girls. It has, I have a purpose. I have dreams again. I just believe in myself.
That same support is what Aldridge wants anyone dealing with addiction to have.
Now this is what I want you to do this morning. I want you to touch your neighbor. Tell them the reason why I'm sitting next to you this morning is because I got something I think you need. I think you need a boost. Whether it be drugs, whether it be sex, whether it's overeating, whether it's shopping, whether it's lying. Now, I'm not going to sit here and just say to you, come give your life to Christ and everything's going to be okay, and you're going to throw down your crack pipe, or you're going to throw down your marijuana, and some folks would have you to believe that, but I've been there. I needed to go to treatment. I needed to find out why I was angry. A lot of people, I think, say if God can heal him, and if God can pick him back up and stand him up and still work with him, then I believe he can do the same for me.
Now, Aldridge admits recovery isn't all faith in Scripture. Instead, he says it's a choice, one that requires integrity, balance, and staying grounded. Live in the studio, Iris Pérez, ABC 12 News.
And thanks a lot, Iris. After the break, Kevin's back with a longer look at our forecast. Stay with us.
Start the new year with a fresh attitude and great savings from Art Sample Home in Saginaw. Get incredible one-time only buys on television consoles. Art Sample offers a huge selection of sizes